This is our 22-gallon freshwater tank mount system that we developed for the Ram 2500, Ram 3500, and Jeep Gladiator. We have an aluminum tank that is fully welded, and then we use a food grade powder coating inside and out. After that, we use stainless steel hardware to bolt the lid on, and we use a food grade silicone around that perimeter as well. Here you have your pickup tube, which is a hard line that goes to the bottom of this tank, and it draws up for you. Back here is where your fill would be, and that's where we use pressurized water to fill your tank, and then it'll overflow out these vent tubes. These vent tubes have two different holes, so if you're pitched one way or the other, you don't get like an air bubble effect, and it can, function properly. On the underside of this tank, we do have a recessed drain plug. So while it's up in the truck, if you want to drain it to winterize it or just drain it at the end of a trip, it's just a simple square drive bung that'll pull right out. To protect this tank and to mount it to the frame, we have this 3/16 steel cradle that we made for it. And this will protect it from rocks if you were to come off a ledge or something. It's thick, it's heavy, so it should add a lot of protection. It does the mounting, it carries the weight. That tank, or this cradle, has a couple drain holes around the perimeter. It'll get lined with foam so that this aluminum tank is kind of floating above that. It's not rubbing on the finish, but there's enough that water and dirt can drain out of it. With these tubes, we're gonna run them up to either maybe a bedside mounted port, or like on the Ram box, we put the ports on the inside of the bed. So there's a couple of different applications of where you might wanna fill and get water out. And then all of this plumbs to our removable Pelican box with quick release ports on the side of that. So when you want to winterize this, you just drain the water out, and then you can take the pump system, that bracket, undo the quick disconnects, take the pump out, and that way you don't have to worry about the pump freezing. Here is our pump housing system. Inside this Pelican box is our 12-volt water pump. It's got a pre-filter screen here, so it'll catch any sediment that will protect the pump. That's easy to unscrew and discard. On the side of this box, you can see our ports, our quick release ports, and we have an in and an out, and then we have a weather pack for the power going into the pump, and that can be switched wherever you want to switch it. So on this 6.4 Ram box, we decided the best position to put our ports is right here. You could mount them on the side of the truck. We've done that on a few different vehicles. Depends on where you want to use your water, but we found on the Ram box, this is kind of the best application for it. So once you want to fill it up, you'd take your top port out, and you'd put your little spigot in there, and then you would use a garden hose to fill it, or you could use like a pressurized pump, like a Guzzle H2O or something similar. And then once your tank gets full, your 22 gallons gets full, it's going to overflow out the vent tubes, and you'll see it pouring on the ground, and that's how you know it's full. To use your water system, we're going to take that same nozzle, or you can carry two, and then we'll put it in that bottom one, the output. And then we'll connect our garden hose to it, we'll turn it on, and then we'll have to turn power on to the pump, but then you're ready to use your water. Here is another mounting application for that 22-gallon tank. This is a Ram 2500, not a Ram box. So in this scenario, we opted to put the ports on the outside of the bed. After we drill some holes through the sheet metal, we then epoxy on a thicker stainless steel backer plate. A lot of epoxy in there that kind of bridges that contour. That makes it so when we cinch these ports down that we don't crush our sheet metal. These ports go to that water pump that we talked about earlier with the quick disconnects. This would be your in. In the same scenario, you would fill it with pressurized water on your in until it overflows the vent, and then you know you're full. This is your out port right here. It's that same nozzle that we used before. We'll put that in there, we'll turn it on, and then we need to turn the pressure onto the pump. Now that that system is functioning, it's good to go. Kind of use it however you need to. When you're done, you just turn the power off to the pump. Bleed off a little bit of that water so you don't end up wearing it. And then it's just simple as taking that out, closing it up, and you're good to go. If you have any questions about mounting the 22-gallon tank to your Ram 2500 or 3500 or Jeep Gladiator, give us a call or look us up at nutehouseindustries.com.